नमस्कार दोस्तों, आपका अपने चैनल मनोज गुप्ता अकेडमी में आपका स्वागत है। दोस्तों आज हम लोग क्लास 9th के हिस्ट्री एंड पॉलिटिकल साइंस में पॉलिटिकल साइंस लेसन नंबर 1 पोस्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर पॉलिटिकल डेवलपमेंट्स इस लेसन का एक्सरसाइज करने वाले हैं। सो फ्रेंड्स, अभी तक आप लोगों ने इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो प्लीज सब्सक्राइब और चैनल लाइक कीजिए और अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ शेयर कीजिए। दोस्तों आप लोग इस वीडियो को अच्छी तरीके से देख करके अच्छी तरीके से सुन करके भी इसके क्वेश्चन आंसर बाहर कर सकते हैं। यह है लेसन नंबर 1 पोस्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर पॉलिटिकल डेवलपमेंट्स, उसका एक्सरसाइज कर लेते हैं। Question number 1A. Choose the correct option from the given options and complete the statements. First, a system of independent and sovereign states dash. Option A, political system. B, international system. C, social system. D, none of these. The answer is international system. A system of independent and sovereign states. International system. Now next. Second, the main responsibility of the United Nations dash. Option A, to avoid war. B, independence of colonies. C, improving the economic of different nations. D, disarmament. The answer is to avoid war. The main responsibility of the United Nations to avoid war. Now next. Third, the Cold War ended with this event. Option A, establishment of the United Nations. B, disintegration of the Soviet Russia. C, creation of military organizations. D, Cuban Missile Crisis. The answer is disintegration of the Soviet Russia. The Cold War ended with this event, disintegration of the Soviet Russia. Now next question. Question number 2. State whether the following statements are true or false. Give reasons for your answer. First, the League of Nations was established after the First World War. The answer is the above statement is true and the reason is: first, the First World War caused a tremendous loss of life and property. Second, all the nations felt that such a war should not happen again and some measures need to be taken to achieve this end. Third, out of this thinking of international organization called the League of Nations was established. Now next. Second, the world became unipolar due to the Cold War. The answer is the above statement is false and the reason is: first, at the end of the Second World War, America and Soviet Union became competitors. Second, America and the Soviet Union, who were allies in war, formed rival military organization. Third, most countries of the world joined the power blocks headed by these two superpowers. Thus, the world became bipolar due to the Cold War. Now next. Third, the policies of Mikhail Gorbachev gave an impetus to democratization. The answer is the above statement is true and the reason is: first, the Soviet Union adopted the policy of opening up of the economy. Second, the state loosened up its control of the economy. Third, the president of the Soviet Union, Mikhail Gorbachev, implemented the policies of perestroika or restructuring and glasnost or openness. Fourth, due to these policies, the control over the media was reduced. Fifth, important changes took place in political and economic spheres. Thus, the policies of Mikhail Gorbachev gave an impetus to democratization. Now, next question. Question number 3. Explain the following concept. First, Cold War. The answer is: first, the concept of Cold War is used to describe the condition where there is no actual war, but there are such tensions in the circumstances that they may be responsible to cause war. Second, so there is no open war between the two countries, but there was such tension in their relations that it seemed that a war would erupt at any time. Now next. Second, non-alignment. The answer is: first, in the era of the Cold War, while the world was becoming bipolar, there were some nations like India which did not want to join the superpower rivalry. Second, such nations decided to stay out of the Cold War rivalry. Their policies is known as non-alignment. Now next. Third, interdependence. The answer is: first, interdependence means that all countries in the world are dependent on each other. Second, even a developed nation like America is not self-sufficient in all its needs. Third, so however big, small or prosperous a nation is, it is dependent on the other nation. Fourth, it is an important feature of the contemporary international system. Now next. Fourth, bipolarization. The answer is: first, during the era of Cold War, America and the Soviet Union emerged as the superpower and formed their military alliances. Second, most countries of the world joined either of the two superpowers blocks. Third, such a division of the nations of the world into two groups is described as biopolarization. Now next, fifth, globalization. The answer is first, in 1990s, after the end of the Cold War, trade and economic relations between countries become more open. Second, there was free flow of capital, technology, labor markets, and information across the world. Third, the boundaries between nations did not remain as sacrosanct as they were before. Fourth, there was give and take of ideas among the people all over the world. All these processes are together called globalization. Now next question. Question number 4. Write brief answers. First, compare the First World War and the Second World War with the help of the following points. Points, period, involved nations. Third, impact, political and economic. Fourth, international organization established after the war. So first point, period. First World War 1914 to 1918. Second World War 1939 to 1945. Second point, involved nations. First World War, first Allied powers Britain, France, Russia, Italy and America. Second, Central powers Germany, Austria, Hungary, Ottoman Empire and Bulgaria. Second World War, first Allied powers Britain, France, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, India, China, USA, Soviet Union. Second, Axis power Germany, Italy and Japan. Third point, impact, political and economic. First World War, first economic. First, tremendous loss of life and property. Second, economic losses for the victors and the vanquished. Third, collapse of the economies of the victors and the vanquished. Fourth, also affected the countries that did not join the war. Second, political. First, disintegration of German, Austro-Hungarian, Ottoman and the Russian empires. Second, emergence of new nations like Romania, Poland and Bulgaria. Third, movements of independence started in the colonies of the European countries in Asia and Africa. Fourth, challenge to hegemony of Europe with the emergence of America as the superpower. Second World War, first economic. First, more destruction of life and property than the First World War. Second, use of nuclear bombs led to the destruction of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Third, collapse of the world economy. Fourth, increase in poverty and unemployment all over the world. Second, political. First, division of Germany. Second, East Europe came under dominance of the Soviet Union. Third, emergence of the USA and the USSR as the superpowers. Fourth, independence to European colonies in Asia and Africa. Fifth, superpower rivalry for dominance over the world and Cold War. Fourth point, international organization established after the war. First World War, first League of Nations. Second, Permanent Court of International Justice. Third, International Labour Organization. Second World War, first United Nations. Second, regional organization like ASEAN, EEC. Third, military organizations like NATO, Warsaw Pact. Fourth, non-aligned movement. Fifth, a number of organizations affiliated to the UN like WHO, FAO, IMF, UNESCO. Now next. Second, what were the factors responsible for the end of Cold War? The answer is, the factors responsible for the end of the Cold War are as follows. First, the Soviet Union adopted the policy of opening up the economy and loosening the state control on the economy. Second, the then president of the Soviet Union, Mikhail Gorbachev, implemented the policy of perestroika, or restructuring and glasnost or openness. The Soviet economy and polity were restructured. Third, he reduced control over the press. He gave an impetus to democracy in Russia. Fourth, the East European countries challenged socialist government. These countries broke free from the influence of the Soviet Union and adopted a democratic capitalist path. Fifth, disintegration of the Soviet Union contributed to end the Cold War. Now next. Third, what major changes occurred in global politics after the end of the Cold War? The answer is, the following major changes occurred in the global politics after the end of the Cold War. First, global politics became unipolar, with America remaining the only superpower. Second, an atmosphere conducive to the growth in trade and economic relations between and among nations emerged. Third, capital, labor, market, technology, ideas and information freely circulated throughout the world. Fourth, the idea of giving aid to other nations fell behind. as all nations of the world decided to give priority to trade relations. Fifth, the description of a country which was opposed to another changed from enemy nations to rival nations. Sixth, the responsibility of the United Nations has increased. It is now required to take concrete steps to maintain global peace and security. Seventh, the issues of environmental protection, fostering of human rights, gender equality and management of natural calamities have now acquired a global dimension. So friends, आज हमारा यहाँ पे लेसन नंबर 1 का एक्सरसाइज कंप्लीट हुआ। फ्रेंड्स, आप लोगों को ये वीडियो कैसा लगा आप लोग कमेंट बॉक्स में जरूर लिख करके बताइए। इस वीडियो को ज्यादा से ज्यादा लाइक कीजिए, अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ शेयर कीजिए ताकि उनको भी क्वेश्चन आंसर मिल सके, और इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। नमस्कार दोस्तों।